All right, so I've got an 04 GMC Sierra that I'm gonna put a core to this stop slip in, made by Lucas. I've had really good luck with this stuff in the past. For transmissions that are kind of shifting a little hard or just a little bit of slip, it can definitely buy you a lot more time with them if you use this stuff properly, of course. If you've got broken internal parts, this is not gonna fix it, and it's not sold to fix a busted transmission. The fluid in this transmission has been changed fairly recently because it's still really red. It does not smell burnt at all. I'm gonna drain a cord out and put that stuff in. And this is the easiest way that I've found, at least on these trucks, any GM automatic 4-speed, 6-speed that I've worked on. The easiest way to pull a cord out if you don't have a fluid pump is to simply take off the line to the radiator. And in order to do that, all you have to do is just pull this guy back, and then you've got this clip that retains the whole aluminum. And in order to do that, what I've got here is a kitchen pitcher. I think this is a 7/16 piece of Tygon clear hose. I want to say this is 3/8 or 5/16 inside diameter. So I'm just going to pull this little clip off, and you want to be really careful with that clip that's in there. You can kind of see it. That's holding it on. This thing will fly off if you're not careful. I've got a magnet here just in case. So really carefully, all I'm gonna do is stick my little flathead in here. And just really carefully kind of rock it out. So that's one of the legs that I just pulled off, which means the rest of it is on the other side. There you go. That's what it looks like. So I'll stick this on the end of my magnet here so we don't lose it. Just like that. So I look at this. So all I'm going to do here is just grab this hose. I'm just going to slip it on that line past the little nub. Kind of run that back. Now this one isn't as important, but basically you just stick it on in just like that. If you use the bigger hose, it'll sit in there, but it'll end up coming out. So you just gotta be mindful of that. It will leak a little bit of fluid out of the radiator, but most of it's gonna come out of this hose right here. Turn the truck on for a little bit, pull out about a quart of fluid. You see about how much this is. Pull off the hose from here. Pretty sure we took out enough, so I'm not really too worried about much. Take the line, stick it back into the rad. So as you guys would imagine, getting this little clip back on, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do in the world, but you kind of want to just stick it on like this. You almost want to start it in one spot up at the top. Start it up here. There we go. That's good. That's right where it should be. So then grab our little guard, put that back up. Took out a quart, so a quart of Lucas is going to go back in. So what we're going to do now is just pull out the dipstick, put the funnel in, As I've said, I've had really good luck with this stuff in the past, but we'll see if this helps the issue with this transmission at all. So when you're putting this stuff in, it's good to have the engine running so the transmission fluid is circulating and doing what it needs to do. So I'm going to start it up right now. And while it's running, just dump her in. It takes a minute. Quite a bit. Just stuck the bottle into the funnel and just let it do its thing. And just to reinstall the dipstick. Drive the truck, get it up to operating temp, and we'll check the fluid level. It was a little over full, not by much. When I checked it yesterday after I drove the truck a bit, so I anticipate it'll be a little bit over full still. But with how thick that stuff is, you gotta let it circulate throughout the whole system. No leaks, everything's good. So I just took it on about a 10-mile loop, and it seems like there's a bit of a difference. It's not really hesitating, it stops anymore. It doesn't feel like it's starting itself in second. So as far as immediate results, I think there's definitely something I'm noticing here. Yeah, it seems to shift a little smoother. I knew it would at least do that much. Anyways, so that's the mileage I put the Lucas in at. See you guys in about 200 miles. This is how many miles I've got on it now. The ref shifting has all but completely disappeared. Everything's about as normal as it should be. So it's about a $13 well spent. I'm happy.